Look familiar? Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you very much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it, and I hope you are all healthy and well and staying inside and washing your hands. If I look a little tired and I look a little haggard, it's because I am. I think I'm working harder from home at just the one job than I was possibly with the 3 jobs. I'm not sure. Nonetheless, I still get to sit down and play with makeup. I wasn't going to film tonight. I'm like, you know what? I have several boxes to open, and first of all, I want to see what I got. Hopefully I'm a lot more happy than my Boxycharm Premium. Hopefully you'll have seen that one first, but if not, check it out. But today I have my regular Boxycharm. I'm trying to do that whole Vanna White thing, you know. You've got a new car! Anyway, if you don't know what Boxycharm is, it is a monthly beauty subscription that this particular one comes with 5 full-size products for $25. Then they have the Boxycharm Premium that I just mentioned. That one is 6 products for $35. And then they have the quarterly one, which is $50. In order to get the quarterly one, you have to have this one. Now, that's a lot. If you're ever curious, you can click and look down below and see what it's all about. I'm not like an affiliate with them. It's just like a referral link, just like anybody else would have if they signed up and like you had sent them it. So, you know, I'm nobody special. Anyway, I do believe that I chose, or at least I put in my choice for a Zoeva palette. I'm pretty sure that's what I did. Whether I get it or not is going to be another thing. So the Premium is a blue inside. The regular base box, which is what they call it, has a red inside. And then I do have the 2 cards. Again, they're pushing that makeup eraser. The theme of this month is festival vibes. Is there anyone actually going to a festival? No. I mean, unless, you know, like you're having a festival party inside your house or by yourself. Could be. Anyway, inside here they're going to tell me what products that I got, and the first thing I'm pulling out is something that I am not going to use. It is the Iconic Illuminator. It's not that it is a bad product, it's actually a very pretty product. I have several of the small ones that I received in sample boxes, but this is not something I use readily, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet. But okay, first product down. Yeah, okay. Okay. So the second thing I have here is a pair of lashes from Baddington. I received these before, and as a matter of fact, I think they are the identical lashes that I received last time. It says that these are the Harlow 3D. I'd have to go back and look. I don't even know if I still have them because I probably tried them on and threw them out. But it does come with a little lash glue. I have tons of lashes, so I don't know whether I'm going to keep these. These are very expensive. They want like $25 for these lashes, and they only lasted me like 2 times, so I thought that was a bit much. So I probably won't use that. The next thing I have here is the Professional Hydrate Primer from Benefit. I've tried little ones of these, but I do not have a big one. It seems to, well, you know, this actually seems a little bit smaller than the original Professional. I don't mind opening it at this point. Does it matter? Let's see what she's like, if I remember. Yes, it is tinted like the other, but obviously when they say hydrating, I'm assuming they mean that it's going to be hydrating. It still has a slight silicone slip to it, and it does blur your pores. So it has a very, very light scent. I'll enjoy this. I know that I will use it since you know that I prefer things that are hydrating and not matte. The next thing I'm pulling out here is from Lavish, not a company I have heard of. These are a very colorful set of brushes, and they have a little purpley blue button on them. Well, I can tell you one thing I am so exceedingly happy about is this eyebrow and spoolie. I have about 6 of them, but to me, I have to wash them often, and it's nice to have extra ones so I don't have to wash them as often. And this one, I'm wondering if it's supposed to be that way. It's slightly curved, which kind of makes it rather convenient. These are very light brushes. They have matte handles, super colorful, which I really enjoyed. It also makes it easy for me to know what I'm grabbing, so I really enjoy the colors. Hi everyone, so I just had to jump in here because I always research the companies as best as I can to try to find out a little about them. These, I think, are private labeled brushes. They are produced by a company called Dynasty Group LLC, which is Limited Liability Corporation. I could not find much information about them except that they had filed for something in California back in 1995. It said it was no longer active, and there is no information about this company. So thank goodness they're only brushes, but to my point of view, I really think they are just private labeled. That's all, back at it. This looks like a bit of a thick tip for an eyebrow one. It's not happening with my eyebrows today. You know when you just don't have like the patience, and I'm sitting there in the mirror, I'm going, I don't have the patience for this. And it shows. So the next one, oh, you know, this looks very much like Ipsy and Tetris brush. I just have one that looks so much like it. They're calling this a tapered blending, which I would say it is. Wow, look at that dust that comes out of that when you do that. I wash my brushes anyway. Now, that doesn't look like a very nicely tapered brush. Let me see if you can see this. If you look this way, I don't know what my dad is dropping downstairs. All of the bristles are kind of like frayed. He kind of looks like a little baby troll doll. Look familiar? So on a high quality brush, and even on some less expensive brushes, the hairs should not be sticking out all over the place. It should be nicely tapered up so that you get some precision. This is going to cause a little bit of straying of the shadow. This looks like a liner brush, and again, you are not going to get a precision line. If I can do this, I do not know. I don't have a good enough camera where you will be able to see the fine details. But again, all of the hairs are uneven, sticking out. And if I were to use this for my eyeliner, I would get this crazy line all across my lid due to the staggered lengths and the unevenness and the flaying of the bristles. Always something to look for. This is a very pretty color. This one's a little bit better, but again, I'm just going to point them all out to you. This should be a nice even round curve so that when you are either placing the shadow on your lid or maybe tucking it into your crease, again, you're going to get uniformity. And lastly, this is a pencil brush. It's a little bit too firm of a tip for me because it's very bendy at the bottom and oddly firm at the tip, so I think if I was using it, you know what, I'm just going to try it underneath my eye. I know I didn't wash it first, but I'm just going under here. Now, just for me and what I'm used to, the tip should be a little bit softer and the bottom a little bit more firmer, because when I'm doing this, it's rough and it's not blending, it's more dragging across my lower lash line. Those are just things that I find useful when looking for brushes and looking for ones that are going to do what I want them to. Can't wait to see what they've said the value of this is. Now, granted, I paid $5 for it, regardless of what they say the value is. This is $5 and so is everything else, so keep that in mind. I did get a Zoeva palette, and you could choose, but you really weren't guaranteed to get the choice that you wanted. This is the Rose Garden palette. I do very much like the packaging. It's simple, but I like it. It's pretty. Would you consider that a rose gold garden palette? I don't know. I don't think I would. It's very pretty. It actually has some spring pastel-y type colors, especially this one here, which is called Harmony. I've never tried Zoeva shadows, so it's my first time, and they feel very soft. That's kind of a very pretty, it has a lavender undertone if you notice. Doesn't it look lighter in the pan than it does in my hand? Look at the difference there. Look at how it comes across in the pan and how it goes on my hand. Let me swatch some of these. This one kind of looks like a greenish color, and you've got like a pinky color. I think I'm really going to enjoy these. That is like that rose gold, and this is that green. It's slightly limey or puce, if you know what I mean, but it's not overpowering. It just has that undertone. The darkest color is a matte, which I'm grateful for, and it is this chocolatey brown, which is called Wonderful. They separate it. Cute. I did rub that swatch out a little bit. They just go on very nicely. Pretty happy with that. Look at that copper. Beautiful. But if you notice, it's not as like sparkly as these. So yeah, I have so many new palettes to play with, and I want to do, you know, looks with them, but I would like to know what you guys would like to see. So I'm going to list like 5 palettes, and it's going to be a poll. Don't worry, I can't actually see who voted for what, so don't feel bad like saying, because I'm going to put like 5 palettes or no, you don't want to see any, and don't feel bad if you don't want to see any, because I can't see who voted. I can just see the percentage of the votes. The only thing I do see is comments if you leave one. So if you think that's a good idea, let me know, because I really want to show you guys what like you want to see, not necessarily what I want to play with. I can play with them off camera, you know. All right, let's read this. This definitely made the box for me, and I would have paid $35 just for this palette. So despite everything else, I'm very happy. Not like my Boxy Premium. Just saying. Benefit Cosmetics, the Professional Hydrate Primer. It says the silky smooth hydrating face primer instantly moisturizes and refreshes skin, helps makeup stay put, and minimize the look of pores and fine lines. So you know my memory card got full, right? You know that already. I was talking about the Professional Primer and how it seemed to have blurred the wrinkles or any lines. I don't really have wrinkles in my hand, but I do have some lines, and I think it did a nice job, so I will be excited to try it on the face over here. Yes, yeah, this would be a face. They say that it is 12-hour hydration for normal to dry skin. I wouldn't bet on that as a moisturizer, but a primer, I think it's nice, and that is valued at $32. Next puppy up here is the Zoeva eyeshadow palette. They say that this is valued at $28, but you know, I still probably would have paid $35 for it, so it doesn't bother me. It says they offer a range of highly pigmented and easy to blend eyeshadow shades in tempting hues for an ultra glamorous makeup looks. That is the most generic explanation I probably think I've ever heard. So this little guy, the iconic London Illuminator, $41. Can someone explain to me what makes these and the Cover FX drops, which is essentially what they are, what makes them so darn expensive? I don't understand. Granted, $5, but I don't get that price tag because I've used the Ulta ones, the L'Oreal ones, and I get the same, to me at least, the same effect from them. So I'm not sure what gives them the super high price tag. You can add it to your foundation, your primer, your moisturizer. You can just use it as a highlighter. The Lavish 5-piece Neon Brush Collection, a must-have all-in-one cruelty-free makeup brush collection, and it includes the essential eye brushes, yada yada. They're saying that it's valued at $30. You're getting 5 brushes, so $6 a piece. Honestly, in my opinion, they're not worth $6 a piece. At least I paid $1 each for them, and so I'm unbothered by that. And I will use them. I am going to use them because I want to do a look on camera and maybe show you the difference between how these brushes work up close as compared to some other brushes. Like I'm even going to use BH brushes or Juvia's Place brushes or maybe even some Morphe, which are not extremely more expensive than these. But I'd like to do that comparison. So the Baddington Lashes, a Harlow 3D Silk with the mini glue, but they're saying that these are $31. They're synthetic. They're made in China. I would never, I didn't, but I would never ever pay $31. I would never pay $31 for a pair of lashes. What's the most you guys would pay for a pair of lashes if you even use them at all? They do say that the 3D effect mimics the growth structure of your lashes for the ultimate in natural glamour. I will say that I have had some lashes that don't have a deep enough curve, so they kind of stick out straight from my lashes, which are naturally curly. So I'd like to try them maybe and see. To me, only for me, the total means absolutely nothing to me. Am I happy with it? I'm actually happier with this box than my Boxycharm Premium. Again, the value of the Boxycharm Premium was good, was just disappointed in it. And again, if you watch that video, you will see. The value of this is fantastic. I'm not over the moon, but I like it. And that's okay, right? We're allowed to have mediocre opinions. We're allowed to have super excited opinions. You're allowed to absolutely despise it if you so choose. I have to throw this out there though. Have you guys seen the other premium unboxings? They hyped up several things. Why I'm going into this now, I don't know, but you know, I just like to talk. They hyped up palettes. They had the Barbie palette, they had Smashbox palette, and they had the Manny MUA palette. You could have gotten one of any of them. Many of the larger YouTubers I've seen have all unboxed palettes. They also had a mini Natasha Denona palette in there, and I've seen the larger YouTubers unbox those as well. So it's my little baby conspiracy theory. I don't know. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. If you so desire, I would appreciate it. Either a thumbs up or a thumbs down, because it does help my video get seen, and I do appreciate that. And if you're new here and you don't think I'm that crazy, I would love it if you would subscribe. Love you guys so very much. I hope you realize that, and I hope you know that, and I hope you feel it coming through the screen from me to you. And of course, my friends, whatever part of the world you're in, on, or around, I hope you have an amazing day. I hope you stay safe and healthy, and I hope you have an amazing week coming up. I have a few more videos to film, and I will see you really soon in my next one. Much love, everybody. Bye. So I want to check the shelf life of this. Oh, okay, it must be not the only preservative, because this lasts 24 hours. 24 hours. Yeah. The palette's only good for 24 hours. Yeah.